And now we turn to our top story, an unfortunate one. We have insider reports of a goblin-like content creator in the Battlefront 2 community, a YouTuber who goes by the name of Gamble Fiction, a creature lurking deep within the community's criminal underworld. Insider sources say that his degeneracy knows no bounds, a scammer, a terrible duelist, and a predator.
You heard it right, folks. A predator. In all my years hunting creeps, I have never come across a slime ball like this. The lies, the hypocrisy, it's quite a lot to take in. And to put the cherry on top of the whipped cream, the guy has been intentionally beefing with vorpal. Vorpal, you guys. God, this is gonna get ugly.
Where are you, vorpal? Like, bro, like, dude. Where you at, bro?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are gathered here today to witness the rebirth of the How to Max series, yes. And this time, we'll be covering a more complicated class, one that I've done an effective amount of research on, research that nearly resurrected my autism, but I feel I've reached a point in my studies to warrant a video on YouTube. Why? Well, to hopefully spread awareness on this slimy gunk of a human being. Now, today we will not be learning about how to max out the starfighters in Battlefront 2. Today we will be learning about how to max being a piece of shit, starring the one and only Gamble Fiction. I'm sure there's a decent chunk of you in the audience wondering, well, who is Gamble Fiction? And I can't really blame you. The guy only has 500 subs and utilized subscription bots to get monetized. He's an up-and-coming YouTuber and has lurked in the Battlefront atmosphere for quite some time, even dating back to the beginning of the Ahsoka drama. But if Ahsoka is the James Charles creature from Monsters, Inc., Gamble is the Randall, a sneaky, clout-thirsty lizard who scares kids occupationally. This rabbit hole goes deep, 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 cowboy. So we're going to take a little journey into that hole and hopefully come out with at least one brain cell. Let's start simple and talk about our beef. In my last video talking about the Ahsoka drama, I had a segment at the very end where I 1v1 Gamble in Battlefront 2. Well, less of a 1v1 and more of me using him as a fleshlight. But the point is, after the clips I featured an image of him with a Snapchat pig emoji over it, which was the match that lit the fire. Now, up until that point, I had done a small amount of research on this guy, and I had uncovered his scam business, which was less of a coordinated operation and more of a thing where he'd ask to borrow money from people in his internet life. And his big hook would be to show extreme urgency for the money, high desperation, the whole shebang. And in using empathy as a weapon on his subjects, Gamble would walk away with the cash and not pay any of them back. He used multiple Snapchat accounts to do this, going by names like Malachi Scott, which is not his real name. The name he commonly goes by is Malachi Benedict. And from this name, we are given access to the next 6 inches of the story.
It's like, you guys all belong to me, and everyone always asks me what happened to my stomach. I got no gang fight, stabbed, shot, all that stuff.
Now, after seeing this, I went to the Batcave and synthesized the voice of Gamble Fiction and Malachi Benedict, and what I found was absolutely shocking.
These photos I'm about to show you guys, they're literally screenshots of vorpal.
Voice calibration complete.
They're the same fucking person. This is him, and this isn't a rare bottom of the iceberg video. Before he became Darth Gamble, he used to be an influencer, a California heartthrob, an attempted Instagram thirst trap,
Holy crap! You are creepy as shit.
and somebody who stopped girls from cutting and suicide, which is extremely heroic. But I find the fact that he stopped uploading these pictures to be insensitive to suicide victims. He straight up told us he could stop girls from cutting and killing themselves, but then dropped the prescribed mirror pics to stream Battlefront 12 hours a day. Now, if you ask me, that's just cruel. To go from preserving the lives of our female youth to bitching about a dueling series, Vinny's Rules. What wasted potential.
Why did you have her call you Poppy? What is Poppy?
If you go to Instagram and hashtag Malachilinda, you'll find these life-saving photos yourself, and you'll also find dozens of fan accounts devoted to Malachi. I give air quotes because in some of these he outs himself as the one behind the fucking fan account. So I think it's a safe play to assume he is behind 99% of the accounts you will find on Instagram. which is like Kevin Wendelcrum levels of lunacy, creating this many accounts devoted to yourself, posting about you following yourself, and making memes about yourself. Now with that level of confidence, you'd expect Gamble Fiction to be thanking me for showing you guys one of the hundreds of photos he has personally uploaded to the internet.
Alright, so vorpal had the nerve to upload a photo of me, right?
No, I didn't upload a photo of you. I took a screenshot of a photo you took and put it in my video. You're acting like I deduced your secret identity, put your IP in my description, and put your mom's severed head on eBay. It's not against the law for me to take a public photo of you put on the internet and place it over you giving up against my Ray on stream. A stream which you privated so others couldn't see the raw footage. That doesn't make any sense. The damage has already been done. You experienced it not only in person, but also at the end of my video. And that segment of the video must have struck a real nerve with Malachi, because after seeing his own face in a Snapchat filter on my video, he decided to make a response of his own, which I find interesting in and of itself. And I really would like to watch it with you guys. Break it down, have a few good laughs, but unfortunately he deleted the video recently, which totally puts a stop to this segment. Good thing I archived the whole fucking thing.
I want you guys to see little glimpses of what he looks like, right? The man's is ugly as fuck. For one, look at this man's nose. It's red like a freaking, like, tomato, bro. Like, your nose has been red for 20 years, bro. Like, I'm gonna buy you, like, a box of tissue so you can fix yourself? Maybe you should go see a plastic surgeon to get your nose adjusted a little bit more, because all you maybe you should go see a plastic surgeon to get your nose adjusted.
I'm not sure how NetherRealm Studios would feel about getting my nose adjusted, but I'm sure if I got on my hands and knees and begged Ed Boon to turn my nose into a Starro Premiere skin for Injustice 3, he'd let it slide. You guys may be sitting there going, oh my god, Vorpal, he's being made fun of. He must be so hurt. Here's a confession, you guys. I have type 2 body dysmorphia. In my case, I think I look absolutely fantastic all the time. And it's really tough waking up every morning, going to the bathroom mirror, and just marveling at your own visceral geometry for hours. It's very time consuming and prevents me from feeling self-conscious about really, well, anything.
All you do is want to put your nose in everybody's drama. That's all you do. That's why your nose is big. So every single time you make a video, your nose gets bigger, bro.
Yes, my nose again. It's pretty much all he points out in this video. He just talks about my God-given nose, which is actually my secret superpower. It allows me to smell things in a way that others cannot. Like, I don't like cocaine, I just like the smell. My girlfriend's asshole, pass on the overarching scent, but I do like to smell the dinner I worked so hard to cook. It's selective nasal processing, and it's taken me years to master. There's layers to this shit. And when you discover that your societal flaw is actually a blessing, that's the day you start living, man. Take your C-section scar, for example. If the doctors didn't make that incision, it's quite possible you and your son may have died in the process. Scarring isn't just an ugly thing on your body, Gamble. You can use it for different purposes. Take me, for example. I got this puppy when I was 8 years old, jumping over a fence at soccer practice. I was really self-conscious about it pretty much my whole first half of my life. And then I got older. And then I realized, wait, I can lie about this and say it was a stab wound. That shit got me laid multiple times. But that's crazy though, Gamble being a dad. Could you guys imagine beating out the other 100 million sperm cells to win a shot at life, waiting 9 months in the womb, get pulled from a gaping cut, and then the first person you see is Gamble fucking Fiction? I'd probably already have my first words as a baby and just be like, goo goo gaga, fuck this, I'm out, and then strangle myself with my umbilical cord.
Like when you said that you want to record a video of your dog fucking your son, bro, that shit was pretty funny, and that shit was pretty fucked up as well.
Yeah, it was a joke, bro.
A joke taken way too far.
Listen.
Let me.
See the Smurf?
So you didn't say that shit?
2-0.
So you didn't say that shit?
No.
But you just said it was a joke.
I didn't say that. Why would I say that,
But
bro?
you just said it was a joke.
For our next stop, we'll be doing a little bit of comic relief, a little bit of a detour away from the dark subjects of late, and talk about our 1v1 relationship.
You know, Vorpal can't 1v1. Like, he only 1v1 me when I was streaming one time, but the dude was running Hellchain cards the whole time, and yeah, like, I don't understand this at all.
Gamble, I actually beat you 8 times that stream, and the only win you got was with Carded Vader.
He can't handle a 1v1 by himself. You're trash, vorpal.
Then, 30 seconds later, in this same video, I beat his Flesh Grievous with a no resilience Obi. And you uploaded that. You recorded that, talked smack over it, said I couldn't 1v1, and you kept in the fight where I didn't have OP cards on Kenobi. It really displays the amount of genius inside of this individual. And in my research, I took a look at his circle, and they also seemed very intelligent.
Can't believe you fucking did that shit. It's whatever.
Yeah, he's a bitch. Won't never fucking 1v1 you because he's a pussy.
Oh my god.
They said something about you, about beating you 4-0 or something.
Wait, they beat me in Fortnite?
My first thought seeing his response was, if he deletes this video, he acknowledges how stupid it is. And that's gold in and of itself. That's great. But if he keeps it up, he does exactly what I tell him to do. And keeps the abomination up forever, for everybody's viewing pleasure. Kinda nuts that with one comment you're locked into ultimate failure, and through the span of this entire video, not one of your sentences succeeded in hitting its mark. Gamble, I have wins on you from alternate accounts you don't even know about. You set up a specific time for us to duel a series with clear regulations and rules because I 2v1'd you a couple of times out of spite, and I show up the very time you set up, and then you wait 2 hours and then say, right now or tonight? I was ready the second you asked, and on the time you arranged. I didn't duck anything. The only ducking happening is the multiple times you've left the match upon seeing me in the same game.
Oh my god! Go for it, gamble.
I don't have a baby mama and a son to not give a fuck about, and then spend 12 hours a day streaming Battlefront. If you set up a time, show up. Don't show up 2 hours later, and then be like, right now? Tonight? Why you ducking, bruh? It's like me buying a plane ticket and then showing up in the morning, looking up 10,000 meters up into the sky, seeing the plane, phoning the pilot and being like, are you leaving right now or tonight? I don't have all day, bitch. Ladies and gentlemen, we've dealt with some idiots on this channel before. Jarman, Ahsoka, Robert Rodriguez, but I don't think anybody comes this close to being this much of a fucking idiot.
You know, and you're putting like photos of me when I was 16, bro. Like, bro, let's see a photo of what you look like when you're 16, bro.
Sure, I'm perfectly fine with showing you and everybody else photos of when I was 16. I was a real weakling, a Call of Duty Zombies superfan that couldn't get pussy to save his life. I sucked at school, had meat lover's acne, and hated the world. But then, you're not gonna believe this. Guess what happened? I grew up. It's alright to be a piece of shit 16-year-old, Gamble. But in your late 20s, you are still emotionally and physically 16. There's a lot of work to be done. And just because you're mentally underage, it doesn't give you the right to seek out minors in the Battlefront community and say things like this.
Yeah, Cosmic said I was fine as fuck.
For real.
Yes, bro, she crushing.
W.
I'm watching myself, though.
Yeah, she ain't 18 yet.
She flirts with me because she knows what I look like.
What did you say, actually? I need to like, go back on the conversation. He said, what the fuck, you horny or something. And then I said this is a joke. I said, I want you to tell me my mom. And he said, you ain't the first chick to tell me that. And then I said, say less. And then he said, oh, you freak me in the morning, mom. And I said, I'll say it then. And then he just said, I don't care if you flirt with me, just do it secretly.
This is the formula for why I compare Gamble to Onision, in the sense that he knows everything he's done. He knows people are aware, and yet he continues to try to grow his channel despite all of these things that could bite his ass in the future. It's like Sisyphus pushing the boulder up the hill in the underworld for an eternity. No matter how hard you try to make it on YouTube, all of the fancy editing, fun gameplay, and nurturing of your clueless fan base, that boulder will always find you. And it will remind you that people like you aren't destined to be famous.
And vorpal, if you're listening to this, bro, you belong in a freaking mental hospital, bro. You are so weird, bro. Like, you have issues, bro.
That is the first good point I have ever heard from Gamble. I do belong in Arkham. Oh, fuck, there's a fucking ant on my mic. What the fuck?
Freaking mental hospital, bro.
Dude, I think I just got, like, injected with scarecrow fear toxin and this isn't real. Nope, I felt the crush.
But you're right. I do belong in Arkham. But until I'm surrounded by those white mattress walls, I walk the earth a free man. A man with Wi-Fi, a camera, an above-average dick, and many, many plans. Like next week's Q&A. Be sure to ask any questions you like. I think it'll be a fun, cozy time. But until then, you guys have great, beautiful days. Unless you're Gamble, in that case. Fuck you.
You are so weird, bro. Like, you have issues, bro. Like, I hope your mom and dad doesn't know how you acting, like on your YouTube.
Hook, line, and fucking sinker. That's what I'm talking about, Shadows. You know I love